Good evening, everybody. This is Michael Filighera. I am with logicalsignals.com and tradershelpingtraders.com. And this is the Elliott wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Monday, August 2nd, 2021. Tonight, I'm going to start by presenting a new alternate view of what I think could be going on. Again, it's the alternate view, and I'm going to still use the preferred view, and I will review that as well. But to begin, I'm still satisfied that this completed the minor wave 3 of the finishing intermediate wave 5 up here in the NASDAQ. I had previously marked this as the completion point for minor wave 4, and that it was minor wave 5 that was in progress. And that all worked out just great until this. This has really just thrown me, made me stand back more than once, about the fourth time today, and had me take a look at what really is going on here. It remains in a box now for a week. We peaked in the box last Monday, and we put the lower boundary in the box last Tuesday, and then just been sitting in between it and even narrowing the box. So we've been in a box within a box. And so not so much doing terrible price damage. We're getting drops of over 100 and rallies of over 100, but it's not in the scope of this larger picture. It's not really been devastating. So what is it? So what I've attempted to do, again, pleased that this is the end of minor 3. But what if minor 4 is still in progress? What would that look like at this juncture? Well, I just ran it back and I put wave A of minor 4 at that previous low where we had marked it at 14,441. Let's assume that's just the completion point for wave A of 4. Then we still, remember I kept saying this as a 3. This is 3 waves up when I had labeled it 1, 2, and 3. And we were looking for this 4th, which was like getting way too big and way too drawn out. So I took it back and it's a 3 waves up, but it's an A, a B, and a C. And the C wave is irregular, and it completes the B wave of 4. This fits also with the rule of alternation, and it also fits in with, which comes in the next lecture, by the way, which is almost done, for you are your own guru. The next lectures will be coming out shortly, and you'll be finding them on the Teachable site. In any case, what we're doing, it's an irregular 4th wave. It fits within the structure at hand because quite often when we're using the rule of alternation, and also within what this section can be called as corrective, that within this type of a correction at a major high or major low is often flat and more extended because of the underlying support, the underlying buy pressure in this case is still there. We're not out of the woods in terms of everyone saying, you know what, we're really overvalued. This is going nowhere. Time to take your money. Time to take your profit. We've seen little snippets of it here. We saw snippets of it here. We saw snippets of it here during earnings reports. And this one being during the, hey, the Delta variant's going to kick your butt. I digress. But so what could it be doing? If we're now finishing A of 4, B of 4, we still have C of 4. C's are always 5 waves. What could it be doing? 1, 2. 1, 2. It suddenly started to make sense to me. It's like, this is starting to look like what is going on. Wave C is subdividing as it should. All C waves are 5 wave structures. 1, 2, wave 3 of C looks like it's going to defy as it becomes the strongest and the longest of this sequence. 1, 2. Now, if this is the case, wave 3 is just in the beginning stages, and this thing needs to start accelerating. It's the 3 of 3 move. Accelerate, go down, break this, break that, keep going. That's what I would be looking for. Now, this market today had an easier way getting out than it did getting back in. The rally was nice at one point this morning, but I have to tell you that sell-off, it went against what I thought was going to happen today. That was the first thing. So, and then it just, for me, even as a pullback, if I'm looking for pullbacks to be shallow, what it did was not shallow. Where it ended the day, closer to 14,922 than to 15,025. That put a little caution flag out there too. So the market is up 15 right now as we move into the Globex session, but it's not taking off. It's not going to the races. And as we know, anything can happen and it can turn and just drop pretty quickly. That's what I'd be looking for. But indeed, if it is 1, 2, 1, 2, we got a 3, a 4, and a 5. Okay, so how am I going to measure this potential C wave? Same way as I always do. I run Fibonacci extensions. And again, I'm going to use this high at 14,973. There you go. I'm taking it down to the low at 41. Nope. That's 45. I'll take it. And then I'm going to run it up to that high at 34. And it's going to come a little higher. It'll work for government work. Okay, so in an irregular B wave situation, so within this ABC with the irregular B, it makes it complex. So that counting, or the counting remains the same, but the Fibonacci levels are going to switch, which encompasses this irregular. And in terms of now, we're going to get very likely a larger C wave down, if indeed this is the count. So under this count, I would be looking for wave C to come in at 1.618 of wave A to finish. Very likely, if I put this through, this high very likely was between 1.236 and 1.382 of wave A. That makes it the irregular. And so that's why these Fibonacci's, these are the most common relationships when these previous things occur. So that would point to down here. That would definitely fulfill the task of getting below wave A at 15,000. Oops, it ends at 14,000. At 14,445. So that I would expect wave C to do that. It certainly would if it gets down there. But then again, we have 1.382 right here. That will work as well. If it got close at 1.236, I'd take it. Small little failure, but still, it will depend on structure. Right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 3, 4, 5. That's what I'm looking for. And what also got me is that when this started to unfold, I started thinking this is going to be another one of those where the A and the B are relatively in line with one another, but the C wave explodes lower. Just the C wave gets much larger in just appearance and what it does. Having the 1, 2 and the 1, 2 take a week to unfold is like, okay. So time-wise, this all fits a lot better. Now, what's the other side of the coin? The other side of the coin is that indeed this is a 1, 2, 3 where I take them all back. That this is a subminute or a minute 3, right? This is minor 3. This is minor 4, and now we're in minor 5, and that's the minute 3rd. So we're still in a minute 4. That's the case. We're still looking for a move back hopefully below 14,774, which could also happen if this is the C wave, or the A, the B, and the C wave. The C wave should still come and take this out. So I no longer really can consider this, a failure, a wave 4 failure. But I'll take that back. I may have to. But then what the market needs to do, it can't sit here, it can't wobble here, it can't do anything here except go up. It needs to break all these moving averages. This is the hourly skids. Got all the moving averages. It's sitting between the 200 and the 50. And they're all heading lower. And the 50 wants to turn, and the 200 is flat right now on the hourly. So instead of it looking more like it needs to go down, it needs to stop, period, boom, rally. So this rally that they're starting needs to take hold and not stop. Then we're back to the way we were. And this could be still the end of 4. We'll push a 1 into this and call all of this 2. Yucky as it was, it didn't make sense that it was impulsive. It was very corrective. So it could be wave 2. If it starts to break below these levels, then no, it's not a wave 2. It's going to revert back to this. So here's my point. Market moves higher, starts breaking these levels, gets itself back 15,000, gets itself above 15,080, and on up towards 15,100. Beautiful. Then the minute 5 of minor 5 is well underway. If it breaks below, again, below that 200 on the hourly, and then again at 14,920, and then again here, and here, and here. So ultimately 14,774 negates this one and brings this one into play. And that's where I'm going to leave it for right now. Have a good trading day tomorrow. Remember, no matter what happens, trade what's in front of you. Use your moving averages to guide you in and out of trades. They're not going to be easy. We're in a completion move. We're in a corrective move. These are not going to be easy. We're in a big decision time. We're sitting at all-time highs, all in that hood of all-time highs. People get in, people want to get out. Do you want to buy it up here? So there's just all these decisions going on, and there's going to be a little bit more volatility. So trade wisely, trade strong, trade focused. Next update will be Tuesday, August 3rd.